unfolded mysteries. In the heart of a quiet, quaint town, nestled between the misty hills and shrouded in an eerie silence, there stood an abandoned mansion. For years, the locals had whispered tales of the house's dark history, and it had become a place of both fear and fascination. It was a house that had remained untouched for decades, and its secrets lay dormant in the dust-covered corners of time. On a cold, moonless night, a group of paranormal investigators led by the intrepid journalist Sarah gathered outside the mansion's towering wrought iron gates. Sarah was known for her relentless pursuit of the unknown, and she had heard the whispers of the house's spectral inhabitants for years. She believed the time had come to confront the chilling legends head-on. The group entered the mansion with cameras and recording equipment, determined to capture evidence of the paranormal. They moved through the dark hallways, their footsteps echoing eerily as they explored room after room, their breaths visible in the frigid air. As they ventured further into the heart of the mansion, they stumbled upon a room filled with old photographs and handwritten letters. The photographs depicted a family that had once called the mansion home, but the letters revealed a story of tragedy and despair. The family had been plagued by misfortune, their lives spiraling into madness and darkness. Just as the investigators were piecing together the history of the mansion, the cameras began to malfunction. Screens flickered with static and eerie whispers filled the air. It was as though the spirits of the past were trying to communicate their tormented tale. Sarah's determination only grew stronger. She pressed on, undeterred by the supernatural forces at play. The group ventured deeper into the house, descending into the basement where an unsettling chill hung heavy in the air. In the dim light, they saw the outlines of strange symbols etched into the walls, symbols that appeared to have been drawn in blood. As they continued to investigate, they heard disembodied voices whispering unintelligible words. Their flashlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. It was clear that something malevolent was watching, and it was not pleased with their intrusion. Suddenly, one of the investigators let out a blood-curdling scream. His camera captured a shadowy figure, lurking in the corner of the room, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly malevolence. The entity seemed to materialize out of thin air before vanishing just as quickly. The investigators scrambled to escape the basement, but the mansion had other plans. Doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The temperature plummeted, and a deafening, otherworldly shriek reverberated through the house, causing the walls to tremble. Desperation set in as they tried to force their way out, but the mansion seemed to be a living, breathing entity, intent on keeping them within its sinister embrace. It was as though the very walls were closing in, ready to claim them as the latest victims of its tragic history. The investigators fought to survive, using every ounce of their strength to confront the malevolent forces that had been unleashed. In the end, some escaped with their lives, forever haunted by the chilling events they had witnessed. But Sarah, the fearless journalist, remained trapped within the mansion, her determination and curiosity leading her to a terrifying fate that would become yet another part of the mansion's dark and chilling history. And so, the abandoned mansion continued to stand as a silent sentinel, its secrets preserved in the chilling footage captured by the investigators' malfunctioning cameras. The house, with its tragic past and malevolent spirits, remained a place of fear and fascination, waiting for the next group of curious souls to unlock its terrifying mysteries. The setting sun cast a warm, golden hue over the vast cornfields that stretched as far as the eye could see. It was harvest season in the small farming town of Millville, and the air was filled with the sweet, earthy scent of ripe corn. However, beneath the idyllic surface, a chilling secret lurked. In the heart of Millville, there stood an old, dilapidated barn known as the Harvest House. Its history was shrouded in mystery, with the townsfolk whispering tales of strange occurrences and eerie phenomena that had plagued the place for generations. It was the year 1963, and two best friends, Sarah and Tom, had heard the rumors about the Harvest House for years. They were known as the most adventurous kids in town, always up for a dare. On this fateful autumn evening, with a full moon illuminating the cornfields, they decided to uncover the truth once and for all. With flashlights in hand, they ventured into the cornfields, their footsteps rustling through the tall, dry stalks. The moonlight danced on the corn leaves, casting eerie, shifting shadows. The whispers of the breeze seemed to carry strange, otherworldly voices that sent shivers down their spines. After a seemingly endless trek through the corn maze, they reached the harvest house, its rotting wood creaking ominously in the night. The door was partially ajar, as if beckoning them inside. With a mixture of dread and determination, they stepped in. Inside, the barn was filled with antiquated farming equipment, their rusty forms looming like silent sentinels. Cobwebs hung like drapes, and the air was thick with a musty, oppressive humidity. As they cautiously explored, the barn seemed to shift and change. Its dimensions distorted, and corridors appeared where none should have been. The friends heard faint, mournful cries in the distance, and an overpowering sense of sorrow gripped them. They followed the eerie sounds through twisting passageways until they came upon a haunting sight. In a dimly lit chamber, they found an old, rusted threshing machine, and surrounding it were the spectral forms of ghostly farmers, their faces etched with pain. Sarah and Tom gasped in horror, realizing they had stumbled upon a nightmarish scene of the past. These apparitions were the trapped souls of farmers who had met a gruesome end in a cornfield accident many years ago. The spirits toiled endlessly, their spectral hands pushing the threshing machine, their wails a chilling testament to their eternal suffering. In their desperation to escape, the two friends inadvertently released the tormented souls from their spectral servitude. The harvest house quaked and groaned as the trapped spirits dissolved into the night, their mournful cries echoing through the cornfields. A dreadful silence descended, and the barn returned to its rotting, abandoned state. Sarah and Tom fled the harvest house, but the weight of their actions and the harrowing sights they had witnessed stayed with them. The haunting specters were gone, but the cornfields would forever bear the scars of their dark history. As they emerged from the corn maze and the moon dipped below the horizon, they looked back at the now forlorn harvest house. The once secret terrors of Millville had been laid bare, a stark reminder that the past's dark secrets were sometimes best left undisturbed, even in the most tranquil of settings. We hope you enjoyed those spine-tingling tales as much as we did. If you're still feeling a little spooked, don't worry, you're not alone. But before we say goodbye, we have a few things to ask of you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found these stories as chilling as we did. It really helps our channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. There are plenty more eerie adventures waiting for you right here, so you don't want to miss out. Share this video with your friends and fellow thrill seekers. After all, spooky stories are best enjoyed with company, right? That's a wrap for today, but stay tuned for more bone-chilling content in the future. Until next time, remember to keep your flashlight handy, your wits about you, and always be ready for the unexpected. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey. Take care, and may your nights be eerily entertaining. See you in the next video.